I just was getting excited about the chance to learn. I haven't done this a whole lot. I haven't had the chance to make a whole lot of films, and so I, the the thing I was most excited about is working with Ken because he straddles those industries, better than anybody. He comes from the theater and he's worked in both television and film. Really at the highest possible levels of each medium. So I was excited really to sit back and watch him. Um, but yeah, as I started to hear about the other names, I figured this was going to be great. And on some films where you might, the stars might, hide out in their trailers and you wouldn't really get to interact with them. I knew that we would, by the nature of our script, we would all be sort of locked on one set together, locked on this train together. So we would have no choice but to interact, and we'd have no choice but to spend time together and learn from each other and interact with each other, talk to each other. So I was right about that. This manages to stay true to what she wrote, and all of the major plot points are there, but it's really told for a modern audience, and it's really updated in a way that I think that you have to make it for an audience now that has seen everything and heard everything. So how do you excite these kids? How do you make them lean forward in their seats when they've seen so much? And I think Ken and Michael have done a really great job with that. The most valuable thing that he offers is knowing the anxieties that an actor feels on a first day, on a third day, knowing the anxieties that you feel and knowing the questions that are burning in your mind and the worries that you have. And he answers all of that before you can even get it out of your mouth. He wants to deal with those things, before they bubble up. He wants to, pull them out by the root. And so that's been my experience, that he wanted me to understand exactly what he was doing and why he was doing it, and what it was needed for, why it was necessary, and he wanted me to be as comfortable as possible. And so it was just a dreamlike experience. It was really, really wonderful. I love mustaches. I don't love my mustache, but I love mustaches. This one will go the second they call rap on me on this picture. But yeah, mustaches are great. Ken's is obviously very impressive. Manuel's got a great mustache on our film. Yeah, Gad and I, we joked about it. We teased each other a great deal about our mustaches. Yeah, mine is not my favorite, but yeah, I'm sure I like them. We use a great deal of our imagination in the theater. If you're coming into a theater and you're expecting something to look exactly like it does in life, that's not what it's about, really. It's about the leap that you take. It's about the holes that you fill in. But so much of film is really about that attention to detail. And so when you're dealing with perfectionists like that, when you're dealing with people who, are caring about every napkin and every, window pane and every sort of, every linen on the table and every piece of china, what it feels like when you step on that set is time travel.